First off, just want to ask, how did you get into this? How were you roped into being one of the fighters?
Well, I've known Stacky for a good few years now, so he gave me a ring and said, listen, they're putting the event on, would I fancy doing it? And I said yes straight away. It was it's one of them where I've always enjoyed boxing myself, I've always enjoyed watching it. And now I had the chance to come in and do it myself. You know, it was a perfect opportunity because we're fighting against another ex-professional, someone who hasn't done it before as well, because I think that's a big difference. You know, if you haven't fought before, you know, and getting in with someone the first time together, I think that made sense. So it was something that I jumped at the chance.
Did you know it was going to be a boxing event? I've heard from a few of the other boys that they were like, yeah, charity event, thought it was going to be like a football situation. Then it's like, surprise with boxing. Like, was that you as well?
He told me boxing straight away. So as soon as he said it, I said, yeah, I'm in. You know, it's as you've seen from today, it's brilliant. You know, all the lads together, it's something to look forward to. And the thing is, we're raising money for some great charities as well. And only in yourself, you know, once you stop playing professionally, you know, sometimes you lose that aim where it's something to go for. So with me, you know, as soon as Stacky said it, I got myself in the gym, got training, and I've lost 7 kilos now myself as well. So not only from a fitness side, but, you know, I'm just feeling better in myself all round.
That sounds perfect. I was literally going to ask, how is the big difference between, obviously, you've put your football boots to one side, you've got those gloves. Training is very, very different. How are you finding the sort of different intensity?
Yeah, it's really tough. You know, obviously in football, you can have a little bit of a rest because the ball could be up the other end of the pitch and you get your rest time. In boxing, once you're in there and you're tired, you've just got to dig in and fight through it. And I think that's more what it's going to be about on a night, you know. All of us, in the short space of time, we're not going to pick up all boxing skills and techniques. I think it's just going to come down to who wants it the most and who's going to dig in. And in that type of environment, I believe that, you know, I will be okay in that.
How are you looking forward to your fight and your matchup? Do you feel like you're ready? We had a bit of banter between you both at the table, like...
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for it. You know, obviously we've met the first time today face to face, and he's a big lad. You know, but obviously I'm a big lad myself, so it's going to be a good matchup between the two of us. I think we'll both be going in there to try and win the fight. I don't know whether if it'll last the 3 rounds. I'm going in to not last 3 rounds. You know, I want to try and get it finished.
Knockout, we're going in.
Well, that's what I want to go for, yeah. I'm training up in BeanymanNews boxing gym with Enzo Maccarinelli, and he says this gym doesn't train for wins on points. So I'll be going in there to try and finish the job, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
So pressure in the training straight away.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's the best thing to have. It's like once I've gone into the training, I'm getting treated the same as every other fighter that's in the gym, and that's what I wanted as well. You know, there's no shortcuts, there's no special treatment for me. We're the same, and this boxing gym is an old school boxing gym. There's no weights machines, there's nothing like that. It's punch bags, it's the pads, it's a ring, and everything you do is, you know, your own body weight working against each other. So, you know, it's brilliant.
And just from that, obviously, brain's gone a bit.
But you have to ask that many questions.
Honestly, my brain's gone a bit, doo-doo. But it's going to be such an incredible night. It's obviously you're raising money for charity. You're all getting together. It's for a great cause. What are you most looking forward to on the night? You've got to think, rings out, you're downstairs, coming out to your walkout song. I've just been told you're walking down a massive set of stairs to get to the ring. Like, what are you most excited for on the night?
Do you know what? I'm most excited to fight in front of everyone and performing on the night. You know, when I played football, that was something that I loved doing. I loved performing to the crowd, and the way I played with tricks and skills and stuff. That was something I enjoyed, the interaction with the crowd. So it'll be more of that on the night. Even when I played football games, I could probably be quiet in training in the week, but as soon as it comes to match day, I would turn it on then, and that's a bit what I'll be like on the boxing as well. I think the main event where some people will get nervous and you get worried about it, that's the type of environment that I thrive in, and that's what I can't wait for.
That sounds so exciting. Do you know your walkout song? Is that picked? Is that ready to go?
I know the song, yes. Well, it's a mixture of... I'm from Liverpool, so our Liverpool dance scene when I was growing up was massive. So one of the top DJs in Liverpool is going to do a mix. He's probably going to put about 4 or 5 of my favourite songs together, and he's going to mix them in, and I'm going to come out to that. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't heard the mix myself yet, so I'm looking forward to Steve Cocky, who's doing it for me. He's the DJ. I'm looking forward to hearing this mix.
And then just to ask like 2 more questions, so sorry. But obviously going from football, being a professional footballer, doing such strict routines, everything in your life, to then retiring, stepping away from that, now coming back into a sport that's very technical, how has that sort of helped with like the physical and mental aspects of everything, really?
Yeah, I think that's been one of the biggest things. You know, as soon as Stacky said it to me, I got straight away. I changed my diet. I had one drink within probably. It'll be in around 8 weeks of the camp. I would have had one night where I've had a drink. So the rest of it, I've cut everything out. I've cut chocolate out. So I went to see a dietitian as well to got me bloods done. So he done me a plan on me to cut out intolerances and stuff like that. So
whole body MOT then from this is what I'm hearing.
And for me, it's like if you're going to do something like this, you've got to do it properly, because it's not just like going for a charity game of football and you can turn up with your boots. You know, you're going in for a fight, and you know you can get hurt in there. You need to protect yourself and look after yourself. And I think by doing all that training and all that preparation, once I get in there on the night, I'll know that I couldn't have done anything else. So when it will come to them times when I'm tired and I need to dig in, I won't have any of them negative thoughts saying, oh, I shouldn't have had that drink, or I shouldn't have had that cheat meal. I'll know that I've done everything right and I've just got to dig through it and get the win.
And then lastly, we've obviously heard today that there's going to be people from the boxing world, football world, a nice blend and merge of everything together. What are you hoping from this blend of football and boxing?
I think first of all, we're hoping to raise as much money for the charities as we can. But it's the same as when you meet all people from different sports. You know, you've got that respect for them there. Like, we'll be saying stuff about the boxers, how we respect them. They'll be saying stuff about us, you know, how they respect us for our job, what we do. So I think it's nice in them times to swap stories, because as a boxing fan, I'd like to then ask them questions like, so how did you feel? Or when you were going into that fight, or things that in the fight, I'd like to find out an insight on that, like they might want to ask us football questions. So it's about meeting new people, having a good chat and enjoying our night.
Are you going to slide into anyone's DMs and be like, quick, give me your best boxing tips, I need it?
Well, luckily enough, I've got a lot of friends who have been professional boxers. My coach was a world champion as well, so I've got them to lean on, and I have asked a few questions into them and how did they feel and things like that, just to get myself ready, and you know, they've been very helpful for me.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Really good luck on the 18th. It's going to be a great event from everything that I've heard. So, yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice one. Thank you.